So I kept up with the show The Amazing World of Gumball from basically when it started all the way till the end. And I have checked IMDb and I have seen every single episode. Except for one, The Master. Now, I was keeping up with the show, so I don't know how I missed one specific episode. Maybe it was because I was too busy watching Playing with Fire for the 390th time? Who knows? And who's counting? One day I'm gonna make a video about Playing with Fire. But today's not that day. So, oh gosh, no, my Playing with Fire. Anyways, I finally sat down and watched the last episode of Gumball I haven't seen, and I finally finished the show. So let's talk about the episode, The Master. So in this episode, the Watterson family is not getting along, and Richard decides to use a medieval board game to try to bring them together. And I really did have fun with this episode. It wasn't a, Gumball great or classic, but it was a really solid episode. Also, I have to say, it was just really cool to see a new, fresh episode of Gumball that I haven't seen. And hopefully we're gonna see more new and fresh stuff when they make the Gumball movie, right? Right? Also, it was so nice to see that quality Gumball animation again. The way they use 2D and 3D is still incredible, and it was nice to see some new places animated that were outside of Elmore and in this magical board game. I really like in this episode how we get a more mature version of Richard, like the way he's almost playing the family to help them forgive each other, and it was just kind of nice to see a little more mature version of Richard than, well, his normal self. So I mentioned the family isn't really getting along in this episode, and it kind of annoyed me how much they cut back to them fighting. Like, I swear they just kept on cutting back to them throwing Cheetos at each other and stuff, and I was like, okay, I get it. They're not happy with each other. Like, you don't need to show it every 5 seconds. That's something that annoyed me a little bit. I think they cut back to them fighting a few too many times. There are also some nice little funny jokes in this episode, just like any other episode. But I've just always found Gumball's style of comedy to work really well for me. Everyone wants to hate on season 5 and 6, but I still love them. The one joke that really got me in this episode was this one.
I only wrote that in my diary to teach you a lesson about privacy.
I was so distressed. I spent the whole afternoon by the lake listening to soft rock while crossfading. Like this.
I've always loved how Gumball makes fun of modern things and plays on tropes. That's just very in line with my taste in comedy. And there's a few more self-aware jokes in this episode that kind of made me laugh. So in the finale of this episode, there's this big battle, and I thought the editing was really quite good. The way they would cut from reality back to the game, and the way they used Gumball jumping with an axe as the dice was rolling, and the way they would keep on cutting back and forth. I thought the editing just really added to the tension, the way they were going back and forth. It didn't feel jerky at all. It felt very smooth. I just thought the editing in that finale battle was really good. Also, they do that joke where they find the treasure and it's the friends they met along the way. And yes, they are making fun of that, but everyone's made fun of that. And so it just felt like a very overdone joke. And I get it had to tie back to the family being mad at each other, but just everyone has made jokes about that. And I talked about earlier how I love that Gumball plays on tropes. And for them to just do this really overdone joke just didn't work for me. I was just like, come on, Gumball, you're more creative than that. You know, if I had one real complaint with this episode, it's that a board game brings a family together. Board games do not bring families together. They rip them apart. Last time my family was over, we sat down and played Monopoly, and it was all fun and games until Timmy rolled a freaking 7, and then he landed right on my Central Park, which I owned, and then he was all like, can I just re-roll because the bill is going to be too high, and I'll be out of the game? And I was like, maybe you should have thought about that, Timmy, before you rolled a freaking 7. You roll on my land, you're going to pay for it, gosh darn it. Timmy, you are so annoying, and I hope nobody finds your body. Wait, no. let's just forget about everything I just said. I mean, that was obviously a joke. I have no idea what happened to Timmy. I have no idea where Timmy is. What a mystery this is to us all. Because I don't know. I don't know. Where's Timmy? I don't know. He's not at the bottom of a river. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move on. Also, I really like the way the episode ends, and the final punchline did get a laugh out of me.
Mega happy ending. Game Master out.
So yeah, that was my review of The Master. I've officially seen every single episode of The Amazing World of Gumball, and now if you don't know, The Amazing World of Gumball ends on a huge cliffhanger, and there's been a lot of talk about trying to get a Gumball movie made, and after seeing this episode, it really made me want a Gumball movie. This show just has a spark of creativity and something special, and a show this good just deserves a proper ending. I even made a video about how the movie could come to HBO Max. The video is right there. But I just really want that idea to spread because this show is too good to just end with no ending. And I just really want this idea to spread so maybe we can actually get the Gumball movie. Okay, this has been my review of The Master, and Game Master out. And Game Master out. That was not good at all. And Game Master out. Dang it. And Game Master out.